Sorry ass DJ.
Hey everybody, how you doing out there? And welcome to my Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, ranking the victims' deaths. Now when it comes to the deaths in this one here, I have two categories, very simple. I really do like a lot of these deaths, or I'm just very, very disappointed with them. I don't have anything right in the middle that, oh, it's just okay, I could take it or leave it kind of death there. It's going to be one or the other there. We actually have 10 to talk about, but there's only going to be 8 spots because one of them is actually going to have 3 people, and once I get to them I will explain why I did it that way there. I will definitely not be including a dog that dies in this. Of course, Aftermath, and another Aftermath is where Michael Myers took out some of the police force there, and it's just because the way that they actually lit that scene, I didn't really see that well enough. But if you guys want to include all the deaths yourself in here, that's perfectly fine. If you want to do the 8 or 10, if you want to do the ones I'm going to have together, the 3 I'm going to have together, and do those ones 2 separate, that's perfectly fine. And I'll be kind of curious what you think about all the deaths in this. Give me a comment down below. We shall discuss it. Let's get ourselves started. Number 8 is going to be Mechanic. Now, this is the second Mechanic that we had. We had one in John Carpenter's Halloween. So you got this guy, he actually hears somebody, it's actually Michael Myers, but he thinks it's one of the employees. Like, hey man, I need you to, give me this or this, whatever it is. So he slides out from under the vehicle there, and he sees Michael Myers all bandaged up because he doesn't have his mask yet, and he actually just stabs the guy. But then we get Dr. Loomis that comes in grabbing some gas. He's swinging his cane around, trying to get someone's attention. He goes in through the garage there, and then the guy comes down from the ceiling. He's all chained up, his face and his body there, and we get the aftermath of that guy there. I will admit, I kind of like the chain thing there, but I thought, well, there was really no other place to kind of put this guy. I felt like last place was good enough for me here. Number 7 is going to be Brady, and if you've seen my review from last year, I'm not really the biggest fan of him. I should say it this way, I'm more up in the air with him there, but if you want my thoughts on that, you can always go check out my review on Halloween 4 there. So anyways, we got Brady who's trying to protect Rachel and Jamie. He has a shotgun. He's pointing it at Michael Myers, who's slowly walking up the steps there. Well, I can't remember if he forgot to load it or the bullets he had were not good. So he ends up loading up new bullets there. And of course, once he cocks the shotgun, there's Michael Myers. He ends up trying to shoot him, but he turns the gun and he actually hits him like in the arm or the shoulder, and the gun goes off there. There's a little tiff between those two with the shotgun. They both are actually kind of hitting each other with the shotgun, and Michael Myers finally takes it out of Brady's hands and drops it on the first floor, because since they're kind of in a hallway area. And then the thing is that Michael Myers grabs Brady, slowly lifts him up, looks like he's choking him there, and he puts his thumb like through, going through his cheek there, and I'm like, that's okay. I mean, the build-up was sort of okay there, but the death itself, I'm just like, not really there. Number 6 is where we're going to have our 3 people. I'm going to call 3 guys in the back of a truck. So you got a character named Earl who's actually driving, and he has Rachel and Jamie in the front seat there. So you got these 3 guys. Michael Myers must have been under the truck there, and he starts crawling himself up there. And the thing is that really all he does is that he just gets into a little fight with these guys, like one at a time there. 2 of them actually get stabbed. I think one in the back, one in the rib area, and then pretty much all 3 of them, maybe brief, like few seconds apart from each other, get thrown out of this vehicle here. Just like we're talking about with Brady with the build-up, with this one, I thought the stunt was really, really good for these 3 guys, and it turned out that they were actually stuntmen / actors in this, and they all did a good job doing that. The death where they get stabbed, or stabbed in the back or the rib, it was, again, just kind of okay there. Number 5 is going to be Deputy Logan. Now, this is where we get all the good ones, from 5 to 1 that I think is good to actually great, in my opinion here. So you got the character Kelly, which is Sheriff Meeker's daughter. So she brings in coffee or tea for the deputy, and he's rocking in his chair. He's holding the shotgun. She gets a match and she lights the candle, and then we actually see that Deputy Logan is laying there. His own arm is wrapped around his own neck there. A little bit of blood, I think, coming out of his eyes. and she's like, oh, she gets scared there, and I really did enjoy that. Now, number 4 is actually going to be Kelly, the next death anyways here, where Michael Myers gets out of his seat. He says he's holding the shotgun there. She slowly starts stepping back. She gets scared, and then Michael Myers with the shotgun, instead of using it to shoot her, he pretty much just, pins her against the wall, and she's up in the air there. So probably kind of a little tribute to Bob in the very first Carpenter Halloween. But with this one, it's a shotgun. And I thought that was actually kind of unique. And it might be the only time, other than, beating Brady, like one little, here, let me smack the shotgun, against your face there. But using it more as a weapon there, I did actually enjoy that there. Number 3 is going to be Bucky the electrician. So you got Bucky, he's actually out at a job site by himself there. He knows that someone is actually by the company vehicle, and he thinks it's some hoodlum there, but it's actually Michael Myers. And it's like, hey, you know what? You stay right where you're at. I'm going to call the cops there. And I love how the camera angle, how the camera shot goes to Michael Myers' legs and sees him start walking towards Bucky. Then the next time that they show Bucky, he turns around. There's Michael Myers. He grabs Bucky and he tosses him at one of the electric poles there, and he gets electrocuted. And I will say, I love that death, even though there's no blood in that there. Love the shot. Love the stunt. There's just so much good things to love about his death there. Number 2 is going to be Dr. Black. Now, he is the very first one to actually die here. Him and I believe, I don't know if the female was a doctor or a nurse, but they both went to the mental institution or wherever exactly it was, mental hospital, and they picked up Michael Myers, and now they're actually in their van, and they're driving while it's, storming outside there. And, of course, Dr. Black and, again, the woman, they're actually chatting back and forth, saying about that Michael Myers actually has a niece and what her name is. Michael Myers, even though we know he's listening, actually grabs Dr. Black by his whole face and starts slamming the back of his head. You get some pretty decently good sized blood and all that. But the big surprise was that Michael Myers puts his thumb through this guy's forehead. Now, I thought that's what he was going to do to Brady, but he just kind of looked like he's about to, but they actually don't ever show that. But with Dr. Black, I'm like, that is a really messed up. And even though I know it's coming, I still actually, get surprised by that. Really like that there. And my number 1 is going to be Earl, the guy who was actually driving, the 3 guys in the back of the truck there, just standing there, and of course, Rachel and Jamie. So after those 3 guys are actually dead and thrown out of the vehicle there, Michael Myers actually grabs Earl by the neck, and he starts ripping his neck and ripping his face off of his body there. And I just thought that is so fucking glorious. I really did enjoy that death there. So there you folks go. There are my ranking the deaths from Halloween 4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a good one. Bye.